Okay, I thought I would do a review today on a pistol that I picked up not too long ago. It's called the SAR 9. I hadn't ever heard of them before, didn't know anything about them. They're a Turkish company. They're made by, I know I'm going to butcher it, Sarzamaz. Been around for a while. Sarzamaz. Again, I'm butchering it, I'm sure, but it goes by SAR 9. Okay. I was looking for a pistol that I could keep, either use as a truck gun or something that was a full size, not for personal carry, but to keep into a vehicle, carry around if I need to. And I've had and have a lot of the high-end pistols, the HKs, the B&T pistols, the Sphinx pistols, Walther pistols, all the high-end stuff. I'm not a Glock guy because the grip on the Glock does not work for me. It's just the cant on it, or the grip size or something. It's just not comfortable with me. Probably the most comfortable pistol that I have is the H&K P30. The grip on that gun is amazing. Trigger not so much. I have not done a trigger kit to it, so it's got a pretty stiff trigger. But the grip on the gun is probably my favorite thing on the P30. So I'm doing some research. I heard about the SAR 9, and that the SAR 9 was almost a marriage between the lower of the HKP30 and the upper of a Glock 17. So I thought I'd give it a shot. And the price was amazing. I bought it back when it was on a rebate. I think price to my door was like $210 after the rebate. I mean, I couldn't go wrong with that. If it was a garbage pistol, then you could just get rid of it or whatever. But so I thought I'd give it a shot. So got a nice plastic case. Got your instructions. It had one of the trigger locks in it. I threw that away. I didn't need that. Loaded mag, I'll take it set aside. Comes with 2 mags. They are pretty sure they're Mekgar mags. They don't say it anywhere, but they're really nice, really solid mags. And gun is clear for the video. Mag is empty. Loaded mag I put away. It comes with 2 mags. Comes with 2 mags, which are 17 rounders. Nice windows all the way down to the bottom. Comes with grip inserts. So if you're familiar with the H&K pistols, one of the things that are nice about the pistols is before I get into that, so it's got grip inserts that come with it. There's pieces here, and then you've got a cleaning rod and cleaning brush. Now I did 2 things when I bought the pistol, and I'll go over those in a minute. I changed out the recoil spring and went with the new stainless recoil spring from SAR, and I also changed out the front sight because it came with just a white dot, and I went to a fiber optic, which they now carry, so that's what those extra parts are there. But anyway, so the nice thing about the grip panels is just like the H&K guns, the grip panel is made up of 3 pieces. You've got the back strap, and then you have these 2 side panels here and here. And depending on what fits best in your hand, you get 2 more back panels. This is, I believe, the medium. This one's the small. This one's the large. And then you get medium, small, and large side panels. So your combination is, I don't want to say endless, but there's a lot of combinations. You can change out a back panel. You do a back panel on one side, leave those 2 alone, just do this side. I mean, there's all different kinds of options that you could do to get it to fit your hand the best. And this entire lower reminds me of my P30 because it's got the same feel. It fits perfect into my hand. Absolutely perfect. So with the extra panel, with the extra pieces that they give you, here's the side panel pieces. And these are the large left, large right, so you can alternate, figure out what's going to work best for you. Easy to change out. This pin down here, which in the kit, they actually give you the punch. You pop that out. You pop that pin out. This back strap, you can see where the back strap is held in place by that pin. The back strap comes out, and then these side panels slide back. You can alternate them. I mean, it's super easy however you want to configure the gun so it fits your hand the best. So, back to the gun. So, the grip is amazing on this gun. And one of the first things I noticed was how low the bore axis is. This tail right here, I mean, when that slide comes back, that is just barely above my hand. So the lower the bore axis is, the less flip you're going to get on the pistol. So between that fitting in my hand and the low bore axis on this gun probably has the least amount of felt recoil out of any of the other pistols that I have. I mean, it's that smooth. Going forward, so you've got a safety, or not a safety, a mag release, which you can swap out to the other side if you want to. The extraction of the mags are fantastic. If they were to get stuck or anything, you do have two little cutouts here on either side where if you had to actually grab the mag and pull it out, you could. So this is a striker fire pistol, which is kind of strange that it actually comes with a thumb safety, but it has an ambidextrous thumb safety. Normally you just have the secondary safety that's here in the trigger in order to drop it, but they've also added a thumb safety, so it's kind of cool. Breakdown is exactly like a Glock. Two slides here. Pull that out. Recoil spring. There you go. That's it. Now you've got stainless steel inserts here, which are nice on the gun. According to the factory, they've run these through, I don't know, 200,000 round tests for the Turkish military without fail. I can't speak to the facts of that, but from shooting this gun, I can tell you that it's a very well made gun. The slide is extremely heavy. This is where most of your weight is. I think the weight of this gun is like 28 ounces, and that's with a polymer lower. So your slide is pretty heavy, which helps to keep the recoil down. I had mentioned that I had put a fiber optics sight on the front. This is from SAR USA, which I wish they would take that big god-awful logo off, or at least darken it or something, but whatever, it is what it is. Very simple to do. There's just a screw on the inside. Take that screw out, remove the other sight. This sight goes in. It was pretty tight. I had to tap it in a little bit and then put the new screw in it, and you're good to go. What's kind of weird though is the screws, the hex screws were two different sizes between the one that came from the factory and the one that SAR sold. So it was kind of strange that they would have two. I don't know if it's because they made them aftermarket ones. I don't remember what size they were. I don't know if one was metric and the other one was standard, but I guess it just depends on where they're sourcing it from. You'll notice that this slide looks very much like the inside of a Glock, and from what I understand, some of these parts are actually interchangeable with a Glock, like the firing pin. So they went with the record, I guess, that the Glock has as far as longevity of their slides, and kind of capitalized on some of that. I said, this is the new stainless capture 2-piece spring that they have. The original spring that came with it is plastic, and the other, I'll pull this out real quick. So this is the recoil spring that came with the gun, and this is a plastic spring. Very, very stiff spring. One thing I noticed with this, it was stiff to rack. My wife can't rack this pistol with this spring in it because the slide's too stiff. 124 grains would run flawlessly with this and had a perfect extraction and ejection. But 115s were weak. They would fire. I never had any misfires with them, but the extraction and the ejection of the shell would be all over. Some of them would hit my hand, some of them would hit my arm. They come back into my face. They go off to the side. So the only thing I could think of was, because of how stiff this was, the 115s, it wasn't fully cycling properly. With this new spring, I can shoot 115s and 124s, and the extraction is perfect. They all kick out to the side. There's no particular issue. So I don't know if this is a pound or two lighter than maybe what the one that came from the factory, but it's a great spring. I'm glad I did the update on it. Your standard barrel actually has a crowned barrel, which is pretty nice. Very accurate. I would put the accuracy of this pistol up there with pretty much any other guns I have except for the HK Expert. That one, I haven't found anything that can touch the accuracy on that one yet, but this is right up there with the B&T, with the Walthers that I have, shooting out to 25, 30 yards. It's just as accurate as any of the other ones are. Nice polished on the inside. Very, very well made pistol. I mean, I don't have any complaints over this, especially at the price point. I mean, it's almost a gimme. I mean, if you didn't pick up one of these for $250, $275, I mean, it's even at that price. I think MSRP is like $499. I'm not sure I'd go $499 on this with some of the other guns that you could get in that particular category. But when you get down into the twos and the low twos on this, I mean, that's like a no-brainer. Going back together, same way as any other Glock or HK. The barrel goes in, put the recoil spring in, and you're done. That's it. Very easy. Slide lock here on the side. Right here. That is the only thing that is not ambi on this gun. It's only on the one side. See, they don't have a place for it here. But it looks small, but it actually has enough relief on it to where, at least with my hands, it's an easy function. I mean, the hand is right there. I tend to shoot with this kind of a grip, and I find sometimes that this thumb will ride the slide release, which the only drawback is when you run a mag out, the slide's not locked back. I think what else I could say about this. On this particular model, there is no cutout for an optic, so this is an iron sights only. These sights, hopefully this will pick up. The sights are pretty bright. The white dots are bright. My eyes, I had a problem focusing in low light with the front dot, so that's why I put the fiber optic. This actually glows in the sunlight, so it's a nice bright sight. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to mention about this. No. It's a good solid gun. One of the softest shooting 9s that I have, without a doubt. Especially for a polymer lower on this. you know, I don't have the weight like you'd have in some of the full metal competition guns like the Shadow 2, which are, you know, 42 or 46 ounces. You're running about 26 ounces on this one. I was going to do a trigger gauge real quick using my wheeler. All right, so on first pull, .6. 5.13. I think I held that one a little bit different than I did the first one. Let me try to get these in the same spot. .12. 4.14. It's kind of weird. Down a little bit. Back up to 6. Again, this is not a competition pistol, so you're not going to get. Back up to 6. So we ranged anywhere from 4.5 up to 6 on the trigger pull on this. Again, it's not a competition pistol, so I guess you're going to get some inconsistencies. It's a combat pistol, but take up is very nice. You can hear it. One thing I will say about the trigger on this, it reminds me of the pull reminds me of a revolver in double action. You don't really feel a wall. It's like you're just coming all the way back until it goes, which is interesting. And they also have the trigger red here for, you know, a warning that it's been wrapped. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short video of the SAR 9. I'm going to try to get some more out here in the near future, some of the other guns that I shoot. Again, these are just my opinions. It's my personal collection that I use. Please subscribe if you'd like to stay informed with some of the new videos when they drop. I'm going to do some suppressor videos here in the next month or so. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it.